Hello everyone, welcome to today's lecture on for loop in Python. At the end of the session, students will be able to write program using for loop. The following contents will be discussed in this video lecture, that is for loop and range function. So in the last lecture we had discussed about the while loop. In this lecture for loop is going to be discussed. So this is a loop used for sequential traversal. When I say about sequential, it comes a collection of group of values. Okay, that is the list, or it may be a string, tuple, dictionary, all these things. It is used for iterating over an iterable like string, tuple, list, etc. What is a string? It is a collection of characters. Tuple is grouping the values. Then list is also grouping the values of different data types. It falls under the category of definite iteration, which means the number of repetitions is specified exactly or explicitly in advance. In Python, there is no C style for loop. That is, in your C, we had used for I equal to 0, I is less than n, I plus plus. But here, you don't need to write this much, everything. Okay, so there's a for in loop which is similar to for loop in other language. Now, let us try to understand what is the syntax for it, how can we execute the program. Syntax of for loop. For var in iterable statements. Now for var in suppose it is a list. Iterable is the name of the variable and how many times it has to. Var is taking the values. Just check it. Here the iterable is collection of objects like list, tuples. Indented statements inside the for loops are executed once for each item in an iterable. Var in and this is stored in a value called list equal to 1 2 3 4. For var will take value as 1 2 3 4. The variable var takes the value of the next item of the iterable each time through the loop. Now this is the flowchart for loop. Last item reached, it is already specified. If it is reached, if it is true, exit for loop. If it is false, execute the statements in the for loop. This is the flowchart. Simple program for illustrating for loop. Now here they have created a iterable name called L, small l, which has different items called P, Q, R, S, T, U. For I in L. So this I is a var and L is the iterable. What it will do? Print of I. So what it will do? For I equal to PQ, for I equal to RS, for I equal to TU. So all this PQ, RS and TU will be printed on separate lines. Then second, what they have done, this is a tuple. Tuple is enclosed in circular braces. So for I in T, print of I. Again same thing. I will value PQ, RS, TU, all these things. Again it will go on printing PQ, RS and TU. Now the third thing is a string. String is a given PQR. It's already given the value. For I in S, print I. Now for I in S, S has a value PQR. It will take only one item at a time. Here I am printing one var, that is PQR, on separate lines. So let us check the output, which is already executed. For first one it is PQ, RS and TU, and the second one is PQ, RS, TU, and the third one it is PQR because it was a string. Now let us check how can you use the continue statement with for loop. Now here continue statement is used for skipping the particular iteration, and that should go back to the main loop. For letter in mechanical, if letter equal to A or letter equal to C, continue. Then what it will go, if letter equal to A, okay, here, or C, now here M, if letter equal to M, is it true? No, false. It will print M. When it takes the value as A or C, it will skip that particular iteration. So the output will be MEHNIL. Now, range function. Now what is this range function? As the word says range, it means when it comes to your mind, like there should be a starting, then there should be a ending value. So the same thing applies in your Python. It's a built-in function which is used when a user needs to perform an action a specific number of times. It can be also used to generate a sequence of numbers. Range function takes mainly three arguments. That is start, which means the starting point of the range function, stop, ending point, step is nothing but by how much value it should be incremented or decremented. Now if you say, I'll put simple called I equal to for I in range 1, 5. I'll put a colon, print I. So the starting value was 1, 2, 3, 4. Ending point is not printed. Now the same thing, I'll make a changes. I'll say 2. Step. Default it is 1. I'll go to run module. What's happening? 1 and 3. Why? Because 1 plus 2, 3. 3 plus 2, 5. 5 doesn't come in the range. It's an ending value. It should be less than that. If I want to include 5, it should have the endpoint as range 1, 6. So this is how your range function works. Now, let us see how can I use the range function in the for loop. For I in range 10, print I and equal to. When I say and equal to, all the output will be printed on the same line. So I'll say use the print function. Then I have created one more list called 10, 20, 30, 40. For I in range length of L. What is length of L? 4 elements. Okay, L of 0, L of 1, L of 2, L of 3. So 10, 20, 30 will be printed on the same line. Then I'll use all this thing print function. Sum equal to 0. For I in range 1, 11. Sum equal to sum plus I. Sum of first 10 numbers. Sum. So it will be sum of first numbers 10 numbers will be 55, which will be printed on your screen. Now pause this video for a few seconds and try to answer to the following question. Which of the following statements won't be printed when this Python code is run? For letter in Python, if letter equal to h, continue, print current letter plus letter. Now just think about the continue statements. He is asking which will not be printed when the code is run. So here, when letter equal to h, continue, current letter, it means which is not be printed, which will not be printed. It will be h will not be printed. All the things will be printed. These are the following references. Thank you.